Well, good morning, class. Okay, today I'm going to give you a brief overview of what your student website is going to look like. If you've taken this class before, you'll notice things are quite different. Um, so don't use or go by the old instructions. We have a whole bunch of new instructions now. So there's a link for you in Blackboard and in your textbook. And you're going to use WordPress and you're going to create a website. Every student needs to use the same design template that I've used. And I just want to go through the sections with you. On your home page, which is where we are, you're going to put your name. You do not need to put your last name if you're not comfortable putting your last name, and I can understand that. You put your hometown, your major, and a problem statement. And the problem statement comes from the topic that you decided in the first week of class that you were going to focus on. And I also need for all students to put this disclaimer onto your website because obviously it's public. People will stumble across it, and number one, you don't want anybody using it without your permission, and number two, it is good for the public to be informed that this is a student website. The sections or the pages you need to add to your website are the ones that follow. Now, some of these pages have, if you hover over them, they have there are different things that need to link to them. They have to have sub pages. And all of these instructions on how to do this is available for you in WordPress. Just click on the help menus. You can walk through it real easily. It's not hard. So we're going to click on Annotated Bibliography and see what you need to add. Once you've completed your annotated bibliography on the topic that you have been approved to research this semester, you want to put Article 1. You're going to put a correct citation, and you need to put a link of the PDF to your article. And you're going to write a summary, no less than 100 words and a minimum of 4 sentences. And make sure you don't commit plagiarism. Don't just copy the abstract that's already attached to the article. Make sure you read the article, and then you can write a little something about it. And you have to do 5 of these. So you've got Article 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all on one page. Okay, let's go on to the next section, problem definition. This is actually assignment number 3, which will include the following. You need to include magnitude, scope, changes, disparities, and you're going to have your figures, which will be your chart or table, and you're going to write about each of the figures that you put here. This is real easy. So it looks harder than you think. It looks harder than it is, rather. Okay, variables and hypotheses. You'll need to include what your dependent, independent, and control variables are. In this case, this is just an example, a higher percentage who didn't finish high school will earn more compared to African Americans. And your dependent variable, or the dependent variable in this case was income level, independent variable is educational level, and the control variable is race. But you're going to put your dependent, independent, control variable here and your hypothesis. And then you're going to have the results of that. And when a person clicks on table, it should take you to a table page which has your APA style tables. And you can just save this as a PDF or JPEG and upload it to your WordPress site. Real simple. Now, I also want to look at the graph, so I can just go straight to graph, my variables and hypothesis, and take a look at the graph that you created. And once again, through problem definition, you're going to have your tables and graphs. And yes, and let's go back to your survey results. Okay, and the survey results, you're going to include all your univariate graphs, your bivariates, your findings, and the graphs, discussion and interpretation, summary of findings. This is so easy. And also, this is super duper important. You need to be peer reviewed. You need to have 2 of your peers, preferably 2 students who are enrolled in the course, to look at and read what you've written and post their comments. And you will be able to edit and administer your own comments through your WordPress account. And that's it. That's all there is to it for your student website. And this is a portion of the course which really talks about and gets you into communicating findings. Because if you research information, you survey people, and you have this information, now what do you do with it? You need to be able to communicate your findings, disseminate that information to people who will need it, use it, care about it. Okay? This is real easy. And if you have any questions, be sure to email me. Okay?